Welcome back, everyone! This is Jeronitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1710. Today we are starting on episode 31, and today we will be building pretty buildings, or at least a pretty building, and upgrading the town just a little bit. So, speaking of upgrading the town, I am going to use some gravel. So I'll need to get some gravel out of this chest. One double compressed probably won't be enough. Let's see, how much is that going to get us? Yeah, not even close. Alrighty, how about some triple compressed? Yeah, some more double compressed gravel ought to do nicely. Let's just take 12. That should be more than enough, I would think. So, since we decided to take over this villager's village, I decided that if I'm going to be upgrading things, that it should maintain the villagey look. Therefore, we're going to stay with gravel for the roads. However, I would like, instead of just using normal gravel, I want it to look a little bit different. So we are going to make blackstone gravel from Mine Factory Reloaded. And that's probably going to make a lot. That's probably more than I need, but that's okay. So in between episodes, I did a little landscaping. As you can see, I finished carving out this area right here, cleared it up nicely. That sand over there we'll deal with here in just a minute. So we're going to use this blackstone gravel and fill in right here. And this is going to be our pathway, our walkway in the town. Since I'm going to go ahead and as we explore new areas and not new areas, but new mods and do new things, we're going to be going ahead and building new buildings for each said area, each said mod to have its own area. I can't talk tonight, so bear with me. It's going to happen a lot. So that being the case, I figured building out a road would be a nice thing to do, and like I said, since we stole a village to come up with this, I figured that having it be made of gravel would be appropriate. So I don't really like the look of the normal gravel, but I do like the idea of it being. I like the idea of the black gravel. I think it looks pretty. Well, it's not pretty per se, but it's nice. And yeah, I made way too much of it. So, of course, if you're going to have a gravel road, or a road of sorts, well, you want to have, essentially, some sort of lighting system along the roads, okay? So, that being the case, I've decided that I'm going to use a very specific lighting system, okay? First off, let me put some of this stuff away, because I did not need that much gravel, because... Now, I'll come back at some point, and I'll need more gravel when I expand the road. But until I plan more, pretty buildings to put and where the roads are going to go to, I don't need any more right now. So one of the things I am going to need, if I can find my shears, there they are. I am going to need a bunch of leaf blocks. Okay, I want to have leaf blocks so that I can use them to put up shrubs, essentially, that will line the road. What in the world? Oh, yeah, that's right. By the way, since I've been doing forestry stuff, since I have these trees here, I've gotten a lot of butterflies lately. And the butterflies are actually pollinating trees outside of the area that I've been keeping up with. So yeah, I'm not sure what exactly those would be, but very cool little side note. So let's see, I forgot to get this stuff ahead of time, and I've cleared out so many trees around here that it may take me a minute to actually find usable leaves. So let me go find some leaves. I'll be right back. Alrighty, got some leaves, and while I was out, I went ahead and grabbed some more Botania flowers. I had planned on using Botania flowers, but I had forgotten that I had converted them all to petals. And, well, you can't really do that very well. So, one of the things I want to do is I want to go ahead and make myself some glimmering flowers, okay? And basically, you take your normal Botania flower, and you add 2 pieces of glowstone to it, and you wind up with a glimmering green flower or a glimmering lime green flower. Okay, basically what it does is it makes these glow like torches. And I like the idea of glowing green flowers, because after all, me and green get along quite nicely. So since we're going to be doing that, we're going to go ahead and be doing that. Now, one of the other things that we're going to do is, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm going to use up all of my glowstone, but that's all right. We're going to go ahead and make a set of glowstone blocks. And let's see, I should have in my random block section, yes, 1 grass block. So I'm going to go ahead and paint. Oh, I already have grass block in there. Okay, we're going to paint this glowstone to look like grass blocks. Okay, so excuse me. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and be lining the road. Now, I want to go ahead and line the road as such. Basically, I'm going to put down these bushes, essentially. And we're going to put them every other one. And how did I do that? Oh, no, that's right. There we go. Well, that one will have to... That'll be moved. After all, we are building a Botania house, right? So we're going to put these as liners. Just like this. We'll build a pathway over to the nether portal. I hadn't decided how I want to do that or if I want to put it that way. So anyway, we're going to go ahead, and since any pathway should be lined, we're going to go ahead and lay all this stuff out. Oops, missed one. And then for the, we do have the magnum torches that are stopping monsters from spawning, so we don't technically have to have lights here. However, I kind of like the idea of having lights. So we're going to put the lime flower here and here. And then we're going to skip one, and we're going to put another lime flower and another lime flower. So basically, when nighttime comes, yeah, monsters won't spawn, but we will also be getting some, light shed by these particular flowers. Switch over to the deeper green ones for down this way. And as I find more appropriate things, I'll probably add them in here at some point in order to make this look a little bit different and more varied. I mean, I don't want it to all be Botania flowers. I mean, obviously there's going to be a need for some variety there, but that might not be where I wanted that one. Let's see. Is it skip one, skip one, skip one, skip one. Oh, hey, that worked out. Nice. Alright, so there we go. So now we have these pretty flowers here. Now, this pathway over here is going to lead to the Botania room when we make it. Okay, so that's going to happen at some point, but not quite yet. For now, we're going to be working on the Thaumcraft room, as I said. Now, if we're going to be leading up to the Thaumcraft room, well, what better thing to use to line the path leading to the Thaumcraft room than Thaumcraft crystals? So we're going to go ahead in the Gems, Dusts, and Dyes section, and we're going to go ahead and grab basically a stack of each type of these, well, as much as I can anyway, and we're going to go ahead and make some mixed crystal clusters. Alright, so let's see. I shouldn't need that many. Let's just make 20 should be more than enough. I don't want to use up too many of the shards because there's actually a couple of the shards that I don't have that many of, and I'm going to actually need quite a few of them at some point. Oops, that's not the right chest. Down the road. So I need to make sure I don't use too many of these, but at the same time, I do want to make what I'm doing look pretty. So since I can't make these glow, what I'm doing is I'm painting the glowstone. Oh, hey, look. Cool. It's getting dark, so it's going to make it look right. We're going to go ahead and dig out the grass in between these. And we're going to use the glowstone painted to look like grass. That way you won't look any different. But we'll have light being shed from it as if it were, as if the crystal clusters were shining. So, oh yeah, I didn't need 20 crystal clusters at all. But as you can see, we got nice bits of light coming up here, and now we can put the crystal clusters on top of the glowstone. And now we have crystal clusters lining the pathway that's going to lead to the Thaumcraft house. Pretty cool? I think so. All right, sweet. Now that we've got that going, it's time to, there will be more of this, trust me, but for now, I have to keep the episode in mind. I'm going to try not to run too much over on this. But let's see, we'll put that up there. We'll put this up here. And the growing stuff will get the rest of this stuff. Alright, so the Thaumcraft room is going to be actually very special. I found a block that is going to be really, really amazing to have. And the block is why I needed all of the ender pearls. Sorry. Can't breathe tonight either. Can't talk, can't breathe, can't nothing. It's just going to be one of those times. All right, so what I want to use all those pearls for is to make some void stone. Void stone is from Chisel. And as you can see here, ender pearl in the center, surrounded by smooth stone, will get us some void stone. This stuff is really cool stuff. Let me grab some stuff here, and we'll go ahead and make a bunch of it. All right, void stone, surrounded by... Did I get the recipe wrong? Ender pearl, smooth stone, void stone. No. This. Okay. That's going to be a problem. Okay, so I guess we'll have to use cheat mode for the second time ever. Let's see. Well, let me see. Let me see if I can come up with a way to get around this. I don't want to cheat unless I have to. Oh, wait a minute. It was giving me a recipe for, yeah, it was giving me the recipe for this, but I was coming up with computer craft. Okay, I'm going to pause right here. I'm going to remove computer craft because I haven't done anything with computer craft yet. So if I remove computer craft, then that's going to stop that recipe from being conflicting, and then I can just make the stuff. So give me a minute. I'll be right back. Oh, wait, let me take this out of here because I don't want to inadvertently have something weird looking there when I do it. All right, so be right back. All right, back. Turns out that removing computer craft from the mod pack will cause the mod pack to not load. So there is nothing that I can do in this regard to make this better. So what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm just going to go ahead and trash can some stuff here and get the things that I need. All right. I know for a fact that I'm going to need a royal ton of this stuff, so let's just go ahead and grab several stacks of ender pearls. All right, so if we do the math, one stack of ender pearls, or 16 ender pearls, will make 2 stacks of void stone. So let's see, that's 2 stacks, 4 stacks, 6 stacks, 8 stacks, 10 stacks. Okay, we just deleted that much so we can make 10 stacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now, you know what? 11, 12, 13. I should actually make it up to 14. I need another stack of smooth stone to keep this even. There. Alright, so now we've done that. So we need now to give myself 14 stacks of void stone. So, let's see. Slash, game mode C. Hey, there we go. All right, so let's see. Let's search for void stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we will find out. S? Yeah, there we go. Sweet, so now we have a bunch of void stone. Let's get rid of this other stuff in the meantime. All right, so now that we have the void stone, let me show you something really cool about this stuff. If you look at it in my inventory, you'll notice that it's pulsing. Placed in the world, it actually pulses, which actually is really cool looking. So there are various different things, different versions of this. Of course, this comes from Chisel, so with chisel, we can get into different versions of this. There's actually quite a few ones we can use. The one I actually like the most, because none of these are connected textures, unfortunately, so the raw voidstone is what I'm going to wind up using for the greater portion of my build. I think it's really cool because it seems to pulse with a magical energy. I think that's going to work really good for the framework of the Thaumcraft building. Now, I really would have actually preferred for it to have been this one right here. This one right here would have been really cool if it had connected textures, but I really don't want to see the cross here. I want it to be as smooth looking as possible. So we're going to wind up using just the raw stuff that doesn't quite pulse correctly, but won't have the lines in it either. So that's what we're going to use. All right, so out here, I have planned out... Oh, is it, sun's coming up? Yeah, sun's coming up. Okay, good. Out here, I've planned out the area. Basically, this is going to be, this little sand outline here is the outline of the infusion altar that's going to be coming for Thaumcraft. Okay, and I'm going to build the house around the area for the altar. All right, so that being the case, I am going to do absolutely nothing that looks anything like this. I will have a room that looks like this when we are done, but I'm not just going to build a square room right here. That's boring. That's not necessarily ugly because I'm using, very pretty looking blocks. However, we're going to do something a little bit different. So along with this, we're going to need some Carpenters Blocks. All right, so give me just a second here. I think I've got enough stuff. I looked in the wrong chest again. There we go. I went ahead in between episodes and made myself up some extra carpenter's wedges. Alright, so let's see. Let's go out here. And since I have the general outline of this laid out, let me show you how this is going to change. You're going to like this. I like this a lot. I really do. I don't actually need any of this sand here right now because I can just go off to the side. I really just laid this out so I can figure out exactly where the outer borders of the building are going to be. So basically I laid it out in that, and then I gave myself 2 spaces between the altar and the wall, and this is where the actual building walls are going to be. So I just needed to have this here for a reference point. Alright, so let's see. How do I want to go about this? I have this planned out somewhat, but there is a bit of a variation available. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to make the centerpiece on this. Oh wow, I've got too much here. Let's see. Store some of you in there. Store some of you in there as well. That should give me some room. Good. All right. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get myself some of these voidstone eyes. Okay. The voidstone eye is going to be the center. I think that looks so cool. All right. And then around the outside edge of this, I'm going to... Now, on the ground, I am going to use the ones that have the outer edges, the ones that actually pulse correctly. But for the main building, I'm not going to. So we're going to go ahead and place these here. And then we're going to go ahead and use the Carpenter's Wedge slopes to go ahead and make this have a smooth edge. Just like this. Alright, so now I should be able to go ahead and place this on here. Uh-oh. Oops. Well, that's a problem. Okay, that's not going to work. Let's see. Give me a second. I got to figure this out. I can't use these. They don't work on Carpenter's Wedge slopes. Just a second. Be right back. Alrighty, so I've checked things over, and Obsidian is actually the winner. Chiseled Obsidian is going to look the best when it comes to this. The problem is that I don't really have a whole lot of Obsidian handy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut again, and now this is going to take this past today. I won't have enough time to mine enough Obsidian to make this build. I'm going to go ahead and spend the rest of my night mining Obsidian, because I'm going to need probably, if I have to guess, at least 10 to 12 stacks of it, maybe more. So that being the case, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to do several hours of mining obsidian or possibly filling up lava and making obsidian in my igneous extruder. And I will be back instantly for you, but probably tomorrow for me. So give me just a second for you, and I'll be right back with some obsidian. All right, I'm back. It's been a while. I've missed me very much. And I'm sure you've missed me too. But we have obsidian now, and it's a good thing. Now, some of you might be looking at this and figuring out exactly what I'm doing at this point. It's very possible. For those of you who know what I'm doing, well, shh, don't spoil it for everybody else. Ah, crud, I dropped a piece wrong. Thankfully, this stuff actually doesn't take too horribly long to break. Alright, so, as you can... Dadgummit, I gotta slow down. Alright, so as you can see, I'm going to be building this out and around. There will be a total of 6 of these, and I will have some more built here shortly. I'm going to pause again right here because I've only got 9 minutes left, and we've just barely started the actual building itself. So I'm going to stop for a second right now, and I'm going to build the rest of these base platforms, and then we'll be back to go ahead and start on the main building itself. All right, give me just a second because time. All right, there we go. So now we got that laid out. I went ahead and extended the black gravel path just a little bit further so it would meet up closer to this. And we've got these laid out. So now that we've got this laid out, we need to go ahead and work on the center. So I'm going to go up 3 blocks. Well, I'm going to have 3 blocks of empty space. And then the 4th block is going to be the actual bottom of the Thaumcraft building. This is all just the window dressing, as they say. And then we're going to go further up this way. So now we're going to go ahead and get this prepped like this. And now comes the really fun part. I really wanted to have creative mode flight for this. It would make this job a lot easier. I could use morph and morph into a bat and use bat mode to do that. But I've been trying to do only legitimate means of flight and not give myself the ability to fly before my time. So I'm going to do this the hard way. I probably, just me being stubborn, really. I can't really see this being anything, good other than me just being stubborn. But what can I say? I am stubborn, and I am going to need a lot more obsidian. So yeah, basically the way this is going to work is I'm going to build this somewhat like this, and then I'm going to expand it out a level. I'm going to wind up needing some stuff. What I'm probably going to wind up using is something called scaffolding, and I've really got to put a pressure plate in there so it opens for me. Alright, so let's see. We're going to use scaffolding, okay? Scaffolding is simple. It's just wood and sticks, and it makes scaffolds, alright? Let's make a couple of these real quick, and I can show you exactly how they work. Here, give me that. Okay, fine. How about this? Thank you. Alright, so basically the way this is going to work, scaffolding is actually really cool. It's basically a single place buildable ladder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build the scaffolding. First off, I'm going to put one right here. Now, if we just left click, it basically continuously adds more in as it gets taller and taller and taller. Alright, so now that that's like that, I can climb it like a ladder. Okay? And I should be able to, if you hold... Okay, you can't hold shift on it like a real ladder. I thought you could. Okay. Well, in any case, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build up a little bit right here so that we can get on top. And then once we get on top, we're going to go ahead and add ourselves another layer of stuff here. Alright, so next we're going to have to... Actually, you know what? I bet I can use the scaffolding. Yeah, see. That's not working. It's one of the odd things about Carpenter's Blocks. It's going to break the whole thing, isn't it? Yep, broke the whole thing. Okay. Anyway, one of the weird things about Carpenter's Blocks is that you have to, when you place one of these, to place the next layer on top of it, it will place a little slab like that, little sliver, and then if you right-click again, it'll place the whole thing, and then you'll have another block here. So anyway, that's going to work out just fine. And what I'll wind up doing is I'm going to go get some cobblestone because I don't want to use this in this way. And what I'm going to do is build up the next layer right here. So give me just a second, I'll get this layer built. Alright, so I got the next layer put on there, and now we'll fill it in with the obsidian. Now, it's going to get harder and harder and harder to do this because we're higher and higher and higher up. Okay, so I've decided that the scaffolding is useful, but has its limitations. So, for the moment, I am going to be doing this by going back and forth with my Rod of the Skies. Alright, so we should be able to do this rather effectively here. Now we should be able to do this, and then we'll just fill in, because thank God cobblestone is easy to come by, and I don't have to worry about it. I would have preferred to have actually used the Chiseled Obsidian, because the way I'm going to get the building built later on is going to be, it'll look better if I were to use just all of the obsidian, but for now this is just the way it's going to have to be. So what I'm going to do now is I'm basically going to continue expanding this. It looks like I've got about 3 layers left to go until the edge of the building matches up with the edge of the building size that it needs to be over here. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut again, and I'm going to be laying out this stuff. Dadgummit. No. There we go. There will be much hardship and trials and gnashing of teeth and such as that. But basically all I need to do is be very careful and lay out some more of this stuff, okay? So this episode's going to run over. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry. I've got 3 minutes left, and I'm just beginning to build the base of this. I could make 2 episodes out of this, but I don't think there'd be a whole nother episode's worth of content. So I'm going to cut now and finish building out the bottom edges of this. And then I'll come back for a quick little segment as I'm ready to start the main structure. And then, no. Thank you. And then hopefully we'll be able to get some more of this built. So we'll be back when I've got this built out and I'm ready to start going straight up. Alright, so now that I've got this section put together here, as you can see, we've got... I built the outside edge up to this point to where it matches with the rest of this. And so now I don't need this down here anymore. I'll get rid of this off camera, but basically what we want to do now is make it so that we can transfer from these slopes here that are nice and smooth, but we want to transfer it up further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and... Whoops. Forgot that would happen like that. What I'm going to do is go ahead and place these here, and then over time I will go ahead and build this higher. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and build this like this. Wow, I just continuously am placing blocks wrong. Do you mind? Alright, so anyway, you get the point. The thing is, when we transfer from the sloped edge here to this point here, I want to have this be facing like this. Okay, so that way we can have, I don't want a square edge on the building, and I want to have the obsidian be on the corner of the building. That way it separates the faces. Alright, so for this piece right here, we can't put one of these pieces in here because that doesn't look right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hold shift and roll the mouse wheel until we find, there we go, exterior slope. And we're going to put that like that, and there we go. So now we can transfer from the slope and have it be a nice smooth transition. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically build the walls of this and get this put together. And would you stop following me around, please? There we go. And boom. Actually, let's just go ahead and get the rest of these put out. So this will be a nice little transition here. Did I? Come on, dude. Enough with the sand. What can I toss off of here that I don't need right now? Well, here. Yeah. Toss the compressed cobblestone. There. Now I can pick up the sand and it can stop showing me that. Alright, so let's see. Now we should be able to, over here, place this corner like that. Excellent. There we go. Alright, so that should be the 4 corners. Now, I'm going to decide how many tall I need to make this to have a certain number of floors. I haven't decided on the number of floors yet, but I'm going to go ahead and build this up. And actually, now would be a pretty good time to go ahead and stop. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build all this together. And I'm going to put the corner slopes on it like this. And basically build this all the way up to the very top. And then I will just take the top and build it like I did the bottom right here. And then we'll wind up with a complete obelisk. Alright? So I'll be back in just a second once I get that put together. Alrighty, and with that, we have this now completed. We have the top. We wound up going up quite a ways. We're at Y level 116. Quite the view over things, but you know, with its size the way it is, it needed to be tall. I could have made it like three floors tall, but then it would have just looked weird. It would have been too short and fat to have worked out that way. So this worked out rather nicely. By the way, the edges were amazingly difficult to do. The scaffolding really helped out quite a bit. Build up a little bit, place some edges. Build up a little bit, place some edges. And the best part about it is you can just build up as much as you want to there. And we're good to go. I actually managed to do this without running out of obsidian again. I was actually kind of impressed by that. But then again, I did spend a lot of time mining it. And so it kind of makes sense that I had a little extra. But you know, I didn't want to take the chance of not having enough, so I made sure I had plenty. So we are good to go. Let's chop our way down real quick, and I will let you guys see what it looks like from a distance. And now, next episode, we're going to come back. The interior needs to be built on this, obviously. You know, I need to put the flooring in and, you know, get a lighting system working and, you know, stuff of that nature. For now, all this is you know, the structure itself is built. Oh, wow, I'm going to actually have to get back a ways so you guys can see this right. Here, we'll stand on the roof. Yes, very nice. It's actually tall to the point where you can't really see the point up there. But you can see the point down here, and you can know that that's there, and that's good enough. So, yeah, that's pretty amazing. I like that. So, yep, that is the Thaumcraft building. Next episode, we're going to try to get into the Thaumcraft building. We're going to build the flooring and hopefully do some infusion crafting, because I need a better wand. And yes, you might ask yourselves, but you just got better wand. Well, I need a better wand, because I have got to move some aura nodes at some point, and I'm going to need a better wand for that. So we're going to see if we can't get infusion crafting set up, and maybe even make a better wand next episode. It might take longer than one episode to get infusion crafting set up, but we'll have to see. So yeah, I like it. I like it. The way it flashes is kind of odd. I wish it would flash more uniformly. But, you know, maybe we'll look into that at some point. It's a possibility that with the next update to the pack, Chisel 2 should be being, I'm hoping, added to the pack, and adding a lot more stuff. Maybe they'll have made connected textures at that point. But that should be good to go. So, until next time, this is Jeronitis signing off on episode 31 of my Let's Play series. Like me if you like me. Subscribe if you want to see what I get into next. You know what? Just a second. Because I know half the people are already gone. But I'd like to see at least 10 either likes or dislikes total. 10 thumbs up, 10 thumbs down, 5 of each, 7 and 3, whatever. I'd like to see, you know, 10 people give me some sort of feedback on this. Just, it really would make me feel better as to whether or not I should bother making the Making Pretty Buildings episodes. So let me see those thumbs ups, thumbs down, and as always, help spread the gaming.